It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. 50.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too, from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 40 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, South, recon, 132 fighter.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Fresno. Guys.
Now a give, right side. It's Green. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Guys.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate as they would.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well, they got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Thompson. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Let's go, ready, blue 80, blue 80. Mike's 21.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Check, walk with the 21. 30 now. He's checking.
On second down, it's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
So don't say nothing. Check.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll toss it to Smith. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Gun.
45, Mike, 45.
Watch the pass. Hey, orbit.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. 11 yards there, first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. 382.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. It's our field. Smooth. Here we go.
Now Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run with Thompson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, check. Base. 61, matchbox, lights. Let him go.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Let him go.
They'll run with Thompson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Thompson. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. Hey, check 24.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Cousins. To the right side, complete to Taylor. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. 2.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Bandit. Bandit. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
You must be dreaming.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but he still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 72 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an but sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 11 yards there, first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Cook. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins. This a screen to Abdullah. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch. Check.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brings up third down.
Ready, we're ready. Space. Hey, watch the screen.
Mike 5-5.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it's Pierce, so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync. And they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Rush in.
Switch.
Back.
On 3rd down, Muhammad, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Good route here. Hey, Foxtrot.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They run, Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Check 45 to
Yeah.
Jim.
Lynch 50. Check Mike 45.
To throw, Cousins. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
Brandon, so often we talk about whether or not a quarterback was surprised by the pressure, by the blitz. Most of the time, they're not surprised by that, but the speed in which someone gets there. And on this play, I don't think he had any other chance or choice.
Are they taught in that situation just to tuck it and go down?
Yeah, when you don't even have an opportunity to look downfield and assess what's going on, cover it, take care of the football. Don't turn something bad into something worse.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Don't get nervous. Mike, hey, echo. Mike 54. Oh, here we go. Check three. Mike 5.
Play action. It's Ryan. They'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. 54 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Pilot 64,
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. You're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They had to get it away from their end zone somewhat, but still a long way to go.
Had to start somewhere. That's probably the best outcome possible.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football, but this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Gun.
Cousins to throw. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Well, they got the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
High 7. Let's go, defense. Let's get ready to go.
One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.